7.
Hey everybody, we are back from break. When we left our party, they had been sailing down the Sargoth River, relocating the Skull Takers from the 3rd level of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage down to the 6th level, the Lost level of the Malerkin Dwarves. But en route, they were attacked by the Kuatoa that had previously been run out of their home by the Aboleth Ilun that the party defeated. It seems the Kuatoa have returned, and upon their return, enacted the whatever it takes for Kuatoa to grow, spawn, create a new god. And when this new god was created, it hungered. Fortunately, the party was able to easily dispatch the god, the Kuatoa, and continue on their way. Speaking
I want
of
to point out real quick how I think it's entertaining that we were hired by the Drow here to either take out the Kuatoa or the Aboleth. And now all three parties,
all
including
dead.
our employers,
All dead.
are all dead.
Then we're gonna pay you their
By
way.
our hands.
Shit. The Drow had a chance to live. They chose death.
They did.
They chose death.
They also chose to lie to you about how much money they had.
That's why they got their bed cut up.
Lying sacks of shit.
And why
Lying.
their house is getting burnt down.
Lying, bedless fucks.
Yeah, they ain't sleeping fucking nowhere.
Pieces of shit.
All right, so the party continues downriver,
Ooh.
and fairly shortly, you see the water begin to turn choppy, begins to foam, and you have reached that point where the Sargoth, the border, the boundary between the 4th level and the 5th level, gets a little much. So, what are you guys doing about it?
We re-rope in.
Re-rope in. Okay, re-roping in. Bones, you were never removed from your post upon the top of the cabin, so are you
I
still
maintain
staying
my
there? Okay.
maintain my watch.
Maintaining watch. We have Ashes kind of guiding, being the main propeller of the ship. Is that the situation? Okay. All right. Anything else?
I tell all the goblins, all right, now's the time to concentrate super, super hard. We're almost through.
Are you
Roll
getting
me a persuasion check at advantage because you just killed a god.
I'd tell him to do that, yeah.
What'd you get? A 6.
Better than the 1.
Woo!
It is what it is.
Someone throws a slug at you from the crowd. You're not sure. You're not sure who.
Disrespectful.
And it doesn't even hit you, but it slaps the top of the cabin near you, and then you hear Greer call out. Like 2 seconds later, there's just chatter and conversation happening. Like people are ignoring you, right? But you hear Greer call out, and you're like, "What? What? Did somebody take my slug?"
I toss him the slug back.
Oh, thanks, boss.
I look to see if anyone reacts as the slug is returned.
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage because you're trying to like watch 17 goblins at once.
14?
14? Still pretty good. Still pretty good. You think it might have been Peppa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
overboard?
Oh, fucking overboard.
Yeah, you're
Someone's a
lucky
demon.
Water demon, though.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. The plan enacted. The waters begin to get choppier and choppier. Things get worse. I need to start with a athletics check from Ashes. This is going to naturally be at disadvantage.
Has it been an hour since I first transformed?
No. If you maintained your form from the battle, then you would still be in form.
Okay,
What's your question,
well,
Ezra?
Then here it is at
Well, hold up.
now.
What's your hold up?
Okay.
Ezra has a question first. What?
This turbulent water before. Roughly how long or about what sort of a length is this stretch before we hit the 5th level?
The whole stretch is about 15-20 minutes long. It's a series of rapids, and also in between the rapids, there's 2 different waterfalls. So it's rapids, waterfall, rapids, waterfall, rapids, basically.
And what was the most jarring part of
The second waterfall is like a 15-20 foot drop. That's the real obstacle for like trying to come back upriver. Is like what? No.
Okay. Outside of that, are there a couple of spots that are pretty discombobulating?
Discombobulating?
That would make it more challenging for us to...
Oh yeah. So the rapids are really kind of like topsy-turvy, like jostling. The second one right before the second waterfall being the worst.
Okay, so I've already got a plan for second waterfall. What is there anything else I need to focus on?
I mean, it depends on what you want to try to do.
So in theory, during the rapids, I would potentially gust of wind to push us backwards so we go slower through.
Okay.
I can do that a
Gotcha.
couple of times potentially if I want to burn all my most of my spell slots.
Okay.
But if there's like 1 or 2 spots where that would be really beneficial,
In
my previous experience, I'd be willing to do that.
I think that would be an option, right? Is that type of situation. Okay, so we're gonna do, if that's the case, Ashes roll
for second waterfall. Again, I have a plan for that.
Gotcha. Ashes, roll your general control check, which is your athletics.
I think I made it.
Yahoy! Holy shit. Not only are you doing exactly what you need to do with exactly as much strength and leaning into the current and etc., right? But you're also able to like shout out over the goblins and to the individuals that are listening to you, mostly the bugbears and Balrin, right? And Risk, right? But even a couple of the goblins catch and listen here or there, and those that are actually at oars are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're listening to you.
I sing a sea shanty.
A sea shanty.
Keep in time.
Absolutely, because they wouldn't listen to you just your instructions, but they'd
time.
sing with you and go with the fucking song. Absolutely, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Little motherfuckers.
Fucking turn them into pirates. Hell yeah. Okay. So that is good. Ezra, roll me an
The Wellerman.
Arcana check.
20.
20. Okay. With the combined critical success of the athletics and the addition of magic into the mix, you guys are able to make the first rapids and the first waterfall, which is not really much of a waterfall. It's like a 5-foot drop. It's more of like a hump, right? You're able to make that a non-issue, period. Right?
Addition of magic being a gust of wind?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what the Arcana
As I'm
is.
going.
Is the Arcana is you manipulating the gust of wind in such a way as to actually be beneficial, right?
Just want to make sure I track the spell slots.
Yep. Okay, so that means first rapid, first waterfall, no issue. second rapid, second waterfall. Ashes, roll me another athletics. Same type of situation.
Still at normal.
Still at normal, yeah, because you'd still have the time on your form.
Yep. Athletics, normal.
Still
Nice.
really good. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Ezra. Second waterfall plan.
Updraft.
Ooh. Okay.
Up in the draft.
All right. So the idea,
Jimmy, just high jump.
the idea basically being that as the boat is going over the waterfall, you updraft under the boat and it coasts down rather than crashes down.
Correct. It slows the pace
Yeah.
of the fall and mitigates the
Okay.
damage.
Then again, I'm gonna say an Arcana check from you, because you're trying to manipulate an updraft for a boat.
21.
Yeah. Okay. I need everyone to roll me a dexterity saving throw. This is gonna be a group check. We're just gonna use your group check, and then I'll do one dexterity saving throw at advantage.
There you go. Bring in the single digits. What's up?
At advantage.
Oh, it's supposed to be an advantage.
At advantage.
Wait, all of us?
Yeah, everyone is at advantage. So basically, the advantage is because of the expert control done by Ashes and his sea shanty, and Ezra, your updraft, making it. It's still a bit of a bumpy ride, right, throughout this second section. But the two of you doing what you're doing is making it so much smoother that everyone has advantage on their dexterity saving throws.
10, a 24, a 22, and a 12.
22, baby.
Okay. General check. 20 plus 6 times 2. 16s. Okay. No one goes over. There is a time leading up to the second waterfall that one of the goblins almost gets pitched over the side by one of the sharper, the kind of like dips and the troughs of one of the rapids, right? But all of the bugbears, everyone else, you're all kind of like at the ready. And as soon as one of them kind of like pitches and the rope yanks, right? There's responses, right? So there's no issues. And honestly, because of the control and the updraft and everything like that, your boat doesn't really risk taking any damage either. This could have actually ended up being way worse, but you guys used magic and a really fucking strong badass with a sea shanty to make this kind of just an exciting trip. It's more like a vacation with a bunch of, squalling teenagers than it is an actual, issue.
Is that really a vacation, though, Jeremy?
I mean, maybe. It depends on who you are. But the goblins seem oblivious to the danger for the most part, right? They're just squealing and hooting and hollering
Just
and having a
build
good
it
time.
in, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, they're having a
Now we
blast.
get to the hard part.
So in the aftermath of that, the river begins to calm, and it turns sharply southward, broadens out, and you break the tunnel of the river into the massive cavern that is the Willowwood. And as if on cue, every fucking goblin in this boat goes quiet, turns,
That's possible.
looks at the expanse of the forest, and goes, ooh.
Uh-oh.
Solid.
The bark on every tree is edible. I
That's
do
where
not
dagger
say
Ash's
that.
face.
I do not say that. That was a joke. That was
Run
not a
up the
character.
waterfall and run away.
All right. So what is your plan? Where are you heading? You made it to the Willowwood. What are you gonna do?
Go to the same place we got out.
Same place. So downriver, basically to the old ruins, the earthen rampart that Tiralai uses as a home, and then head west through the broken aqueducts, or not aqueducts, the passageway through the forest. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other plans?
Yes, I will have a talk with the goblins when we land.
Oh, boy.
Okay. You guys pass that boat again, and the goblins are, "Oh, boat! Let's take the boat! Free boat!"
You don't need a boat.
Like half of them are like, "He's right, we don't need a boat," and the other half are like, "Who doesn't need a boat?"
There's no rivers.
What do you mean? We don't have any rivers? You're taking us to a place with no rivers?
Yeah,
Correct.
speaking of, how are we gonna get them water?
I mean, okay.
They have a shower.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, good call.
He was ready for that.
You're gonna make us drink
Yeah.
shower water?
Jeremy said life finds a way, and I didn't have to worry about this.
Yeah. As well, I mean, as long as life finds a way, as long as there aren't complications that are created, right? You know,
Okay.
like life finds a way as long as they're not under siege, or you know, they don't
Unless they're dead.
piss off Willow. That type of shit. Life generally finds a way. Until other life tries to kill that life. Okay, so if your plan is to make it to the appointed
The shore.
location,
Well
going to the shore?
before the tree line.
yep,
They're
All right.
not permitted to go near the tree line.
the tree line is basically the shore.
Okay, well.
So
as we
they're
pull
still
up
on the
then.
boat right now, but you guys are about to. You're ready to get off the boat, basically. What do you do?
Okay, as we pull up,
Mm-hmm.
I untie myself.
Yeah.
Say, everybody listen. This is of the utmost-
They're yelling back and forth.
most
They're just
important-
like, there's still.
We're almost to the greatest of all time.
Thaumaturgy. Shut the fuck up!
Roll an intimidation check. There's like immediately there's like this of birds that just like out of the tree line nearby.
Oh, Will's gonna come cut you now. You disturbed the bird's rest.
You disturb the birds. Oh. They continue to bicker, ignoring Ashes, but in the next few moments, over the course of the next little while, as you're trying to get their attention, Bones, more and more of them do turn and look at you and pay attention. You just don't have that kind of like
Undivided.
backing of authority and undivided attention, right, going on.
Okay, well, first of all, that's hurtful. So thank you guys. Second, it's very important that you do not harm the trees.
Or any other
Ever.
wildlife.
Well, you know, you can defend yourselves. There is a woman, and she will kill you.
That gets a little bit of response. What? Why is
There's
she killing
also-
us? Can
There's
we kill
also
her?
a No, because she has a dragon. A dragon.
Ooh, can we have a dragon?
Maybe. Not right now, though.
There's a conversation that strikes up between two goblins. We're like, you can't have a dragon. You're stupid. You wouldn't feed it. You'd be like, I'd feed it you. Shut your face hole. And then a little fight breaks out in the middle. Scuffle. Blarg walks over, picks up two goblins, pulls them apart.
Okay, everybody, I'm super serious.
He's super serious, guys.
She
You want me
will
to leash them
kill
like a bunch of
you.
kids?
She'll kill you.
And we'll allow it.
All right, everybody off the boat.
You
Let's have
can
fun.
roll me a persuasion check or an intimidation check at advantage because of your recent Godslayer position. 7. Right.
I'm not a charismatic character.
You're not, but you have been you've found yourself in a position of leadership over some fuck ass goblins. You can see Pibble and Groin, right? They're listening to you. They're paying attention to you.
And I will add after these checks, I'll say anyone that gets killed does not get to see the greatest skull of all time.
Damn.
That really doesn't change the perception roll that much.
No, I know it didn't, but you know, it's just an additional threat.
There's some takers there.
All right, then, everybody off the boat. Let's have fun.
Okay. It's like taking a dog outside for the first time.
Yes, it would be.
There's so many new sights and smells. It's almost an instant realization to you that hell, getting them through the woods. Obviously, right, there's the issue of Willow and them harming something and that becoming an issue. But you're not sure one of them won't just wander off distracted at this point. If they're silver lining,
Good time together like kids.
the goblins are so fucking loud and raucous that there's not a single bit of wildlife within 400 feet of you guys. Like, everything just vacates the area as quickly as possible, or is hiding, right?
They won't eat any squirrels on the way.
In the first 3 minutes that you guys are getting off the boat, bibbity bobbity, back into my pockety scenario, getting everyone like head counted, getting ready to like head that way, 2 people have already gone down and had to be pulled back out because they got stuck in a gopher hole.
Solid. Oh god.
All right.
God damn tall market goblins.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me, are my big guys, are they carrying stuff or are they just like themselves?
Oh no! There's a shit ton of like luggage
Okay,
stuff,
okay.
packs, right? Like there's a crap ton of packs being carried by most individuals actually,
Okay,
and
got
the goats and the Big Beak are all kind of like packed up as well.
Packed up. Got it. Okay. All right, so we'll just go straight there and we'll come back for the greatest skull of all time.
Okay. I need you to roll me to get through the Willowwood. And this is taking into account the unsuccessful intimidation, the unsuccessful persuasion, etc. I need you to roll me a survival check at disadvantage.
Yep.
Your DC is an 8.
How many of them survive?
Good. All right, now, Jeremy, to mitigate these factors that you've already told me that now I would like to try and affect
Yep, sure.
after the fact.
Convince me.
So, first of all, I would like to take the people that I know for a fact were paying attention. Bibble, Groin, I don't know, maybe some of the old school skull takers, whoever was actually paying attention and is trustworthy.
Yep.
And I would like to spread them out on the flanks.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay?
Sure.
You know, as if to corral
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're your
and
sheepdogs.
then, much like sheep, yes.
Yep.
I would also, I would like to have, I would like to have Ashes and Ezra be in the center of the pack, as if they are beacons for the goblins to be interested in and be near.
Okay.
And I would like Matthew to be at the back to make sure no one touches a tree while I'm not looking.
Stuns them as they get close to Julian.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's my mitigating factors.
Mitigating factors. Ezra and Ashes, roll me performance checks. If you so choose. Your DC is 13. That's a failure.
I got it.
That is a failure.
Oh.
Matashtai, roll me either a perception or an insight check. It's basically like you're watching goblins. You're like, oh, you deviating? Are you deviating? Hey, get back in line. You know, either or.
I think
Your
I have
DC
advantage
is
on
a
insight.
16. Say what?
I have advantage on insight.
Do it up.
Okay.
Velena's in your head, just
Hey.
like that one looks like it's gonna step out of the way.
We gotta watch
That
for
one's-
them all.
Uh oh. Okay.
That one's squirrely. He's squirreling.
Look at that squirrely bitch over there.
To respond to your mitigating circumstances, Bones, you have a +1.
No, solid. Honestly. Okay. So I have disadvantage. I will use my Ring of Brief Blessing.
Aha! You
normal.
literally
Not
called out a
pain.
blessing. Actually, like, please. Oh no.
Please
That's not what I
let
thought
them
that ring
walk
was going to be used for.
through the forest. Please. Yeah.
My God.
What
Okay.
was I rolling? Survival?
Survival DC 18. So that gives you
Okay,
advantage,
here
so
we
that
go.
will neutralize to normal, and you get a +1, right?
Yep, okay. I did. Oh, I rolled a 20. 19 plus 1 is 20. I did it. I guided us.
It is a massive pain in the ass. A journey of about
What would the disadvantage roll have been?
300
Not good.
feet takes you almost 45 minutes. You realize stationing Matashtai at the rear was a really good idea, because half the goblins don't move at the rear when the front half is moving. Which is great, because Matashtai can help shepherd them. The problem is that half of your wings also get distracted and you bulge out widthwise several times over and over and over again. Forward progress has to be stopped. People have to be tracked down. They have to be brought back. They have to be, like, interrogated. Did you touch anything? Is anything dead? Etc., etc. This conversation happens
Did you kill anything?
5 different times over the course of, again, just like 300 feet of primordial forest. It is excruciating. But the goblins are having a blast.
I mean, goblins be goblins.
Whenever like we start whining and they get close to the forest, I'll thaumaturgy the sound of a dragon roaring into the forest coming towards us.
And then it's
You
gonna
do that? You do
alert
that?
Kira
The
live.
first time you do that, half of the group runs towards the sound, looking for the dragon, and you realize that was your 6th performance. You realize, oh god, I have fucked up. And that's a full 20 minutes of trying to track down all of those goblins.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Because they're so excited to go see a dragon.
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 Amazingly, even with the the lack of paying attention, the lack of intimidation, right? Somehow you guys are able to seemingly lead the Skull Takers through the Willowwood and out the other side without anything super bad happening, as far as you're aware. There is no sudden, screech through the forest. There is no great roar of a dragon. There is no wildlife descending upon you, right? There is no oh shit she comes style moment. So good job.
We're going to the tunnel. We're just
going into the tunnel. The goblins they are reticent to go back into the tunnel after having been exploring the woods for the past 45 minutes. They're like, "Ah, really? Do we have to? Ah, come on. Can't we just stay here for a little while? It's fine. It's fine. See, nothing happened. Nothing's happened. It's fine."
Collecting the giant dinosaur skull?
Not yet, because nobody can carry it.
I mean,
everyone's hands are full.
Many hands.
Well, they're all carrying
full of bullshit.
Yeah, they're all carrying all the gear and everything like that from the. So, but they give you guff, but they listen well enough, right? Like, Blarg heads down, and a few people here get pushed in, a few more people get pushed in, etc. It is. If walking through the forest was just incredibly difficult and making forward progress was incredibly difficult, shoving these goblins in a mostly singular long tunnel is ridiculous. You're pretty sure when you finally get to the lost levels that there's probably still someone at the start of the tunnel to the Willowwood. That's how long everything gets stretched out. There's literally a point where you are walking through the tunnel and you catch up to Pibble and Groin, and they have a little folding table sitting out in the tunnel, and they've stopped to have a snack. And they're just, "Oh, hey boss, how's it going?"
I don't know.
They're just taking up the entirety of the tunnel. You have to squeeze around them to do anything. They just got packs around them on the ground.
Seems fine. You guys want to finish up? I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah. Just a minute. We finish this up.
Let's stand there for a minute.
They take every second of it. And the last half of it, they're just staring at you while they're just eating.
I take some mushroom out. I eat too.
Solidarity. All right. You make it down to the lost levels with an excruciatingly longer experience than it would have normally taken. A trip that should take you and your party, you guys, 30 minutes to traverse between levels, 5 minutes to get through the woods, etc., right? Is a journey of almost 2 hours.
It's fine. We knew this was going to be a day trip.
It's pretty rough. But you arrive. You find upon your arrival, if you are not the first there, you find moss-covered rock near stream arrives shortly. And as soon as Mossy arrives, the goblins kind of turn him into a jungle gym.
How does Mossy feel about this?
Unsure, it seems.
I tell Mossy, you're very popular. They like you.
He grinds, and as he grinds, they're just like, "Ooh, what's that?"
Don't put your hand in there.
He's basically just like, "This is weird, but okay."
Fair enough. All right. Well, I guess we wait until everyone gets here. We're just like waiting.
I mean, that's the like the 2-hour portion, right? Like a good portion of it's actually just waiting for people to arrive, for the tail end to come in, etc. But you all eventually do arrive on the lost levels. I did not, by the way, I forgot to do this earlier. But you all should have received 500 experience for the defeat of Klabu and the Kuatoa.
Yeah, that's pretty good for 2 levels ago content.
It would have been more, but you had browsing assistance.
You said 500?
Yes, 500.
Browsing assistance.
8350.
83275.
Okay. What happens when you get the Skull Takers to the 6th floor?
And lead them to the heart of the mountain.
They ooh and ah the entire trip. And once again, it's a difficult time keeping them focused long enough to actually get them all to the heart of the mountain. Also, when you get them to the antechamber and the Halaster magic mouth fires, they start to just dance back and forth across the threshold to where the voice just starts basically looping on itself.
If anyone's gonna break that enchantment, it's gonna be the goblins.
Okay.
Well.
Eventually, you're able to corral all of them and get them into the nave.
Okay. Awesome. I'll let them know. Just go ahead, drop your stuff, maybe, probably be a good place to set up camp. And then I will take Pibble and Groin, and I'll say, let me show you around, because this place, it's a place.
Okay. You're gonna give Pibble and Groin a tour?
Yes, and, point out the...
Yeah.
That's a death trap. That's a death trap.
Death trap, death trap. Gotcha. There's a lot of death traps. They're like, wow, there's so many death traps, boss.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. Yep. There are. There sure are.
We should mark these.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
Some are, actually.
Might be best just to remember where they are and,
They both look at you.
Let other things fall into them.
Like, tilt their heads when you say
You're
remember.
right, Mark. You're right. You should mark them. Just do it in a way that other people won't know what it means. I put sad cat
Pibble
faces
drops trowel and starts pissing on every trap you come across.
All right, well, fair enough. Okay, I show them where the tomb is, and I say, I definitely tell them.
Pibble drops trowel. No, I'm kidding.
No one, don't go in there. No one's to go in here. I trust you guys.
They both look at you like, why, boss?
Because it's super dangerous.
I mean, how dangerous?
Really, really dangerous.
Oh. Okay.
There's Okay, look, I'll just be straight up with you. This is where the old king of this place, this is where his tomb is.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't go in there, as a...
Oh.
They still built this place, right?
Sacred place.
Sacred place, yeah.
Ah, sacred place. Ah, okay. we'll get some paint. We'll paint the wall. Worship wall. Don't go past the worship wall.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. Not like dangerous fun. Sacred place. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, and then as we're walking around, right, I tell them about the Zorn, and
There's a bigger one.
yeah. Well, obviously I tell them about Darkest Rain Shadow, but about Mossy too, and from whatever I understand about the old ways, how they're here to help, but we're friends, and we treat them as such and all that. Oh, and if you need anything from the big guy, bring a gem.
A gem.
Yeah, gem. What do you ask? What kind of response is that?
We don't really have any gems.
I'll give you
What are
one.
gems?
You
Also,
give us gems.
Mossy can help you find some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I just take them around. Just show them how not to die or where not to die.
Okay. Sounds good. It is as you finish the tour and you come back, right? You're all gathering in the nave, and you realize that there are several goblins missing.
Solid.
And then you just hear this brum 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 as it just echoes throughout the entire level of the dungeon.
Wait, one of these goblins know how to play an instrument?
And
They do now.
after a short journey,
Specifically?
They're
Huh?
savant.
you find Catsup, Peppa, Salt, and Greer are basically dancing on the organ that feeds into the roof of the Lost Levels and has exit pipes all throughout the entirety of the levels.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's a thing. You have brought the goblins to a playground.
No, that's not what we did.
We'll see. We'll see what they make of it. Okay,
Yeah. Whatever.
fair enough. It is, by your approximation, probably close to about early to mid-afternoon. What do you want to do?
We camp.
Ezra would
It
like
was
to
a very
camp.
harrowing adventure.
Spend a night here in the Lost Levels with the Skull Takers?
We
Make sure they get situated, set
we
up
moved everyone,
barricades,
right?
and
Yeah, we moved everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Then yes, we camp. We get everyone situated. So on and so forth.
Start
So we're
setting
not
up,
worried
like-
about Skella eventually coming back?
No, she hates Matt, right?
I don't know.
yeah, she definitely does not like me.
Yeah, well, she's a bitch.
I think she hates
Agreed.
every single one of us. Period. I think we're all kind of lumped together as
Not as much as
One.
she hates Matt.
I do think she hates you more, Matt.
I think we can safely assume that she hates me more than anyone.
all right.
I can't imagine why.
I will. So if it's just early afternoon, I will see if the bugbears, and just like a small group wants to come and get the greatest skull ever.
Yeah, sure. You could arrange for a carrying
Like-
team.
First
The
job.
bugbears, like Groin,
Yeah. Sure.
Ashes.
You arrange for that to happen. There is the people who arrive there, right, are incredibly impressed. We'll say Groin goes with you, right? Like, Groin's just like, oh my god, this is the greatest skull! And he walks inside of it.
Yeah, it
Right?
is.
You know?
It's my
like,
home
he's just
now!
like, ah, shit! Oh my god, I want 3 of them! Ah, fuck!
You have to clean that thing out.
It's already cleaned out. The fucking vampire.
Yeah,
man.
the Mohars clan kind
Yep.
of.
Yeah, they basically like vultured the whole thing. So it is heavy, but the weight isn't necessarily the problem. Not with all of the people. It's the bulk, right? It's the weird shape. It's the getting it through locations, etc. But you make a trip of it. It's a pain in the ass, but you're pretty sure when you get it back, it's gonna be some real excitement.
I'm excited.
As you come into the lost levels, though, as you make your way back, you hear this very specifically goblin, right? Or first of all, you hear this, right?
Okay.
And you hear this, right? This goat noise. And then you hear this different sound, this, and you hear this very specifically goblin shouting. And you walk into the tunnel as a loud clang happens. And you see, you witness a wave of mountain goat Catsup's cavalry charging into a wave of goblins on the back of barrels with legs.
Oh yeah, the training place. Damn, they went and got him. Cool. Wow.
And there's this weird, like,
so efficient.
kerfuffle, there's this weird tussle, etc., etc. And then the goblins riding the barrels with legs actually ride the barrels with legs away. And
Like
reset.
How do they... What do you mean?
The barrels with legs move, and they see you walk in, and they're like, "Boss, we found these fucking these things. They're like goats, but not goats."
Oh yeah.
They're not goats.
Wow.
It really sucks though. There was one that was smashed to pieces.
Yeah, I
It
know they
didn't
did
work
that.
anymore.
Yeah, someone did that. And look at Ashes.
And then as you kind of like say that, Ashes is like rounding the corner, like holding one edge of this giant skull, and then there's just like chaos, right? Because you bring a fucking T-Rex's skull into the Skull Takers, and they like fight each other tooth and nail. Like there's actually blood drawn to get inside of it faster.
I have no other.
All right. There is a massive raucous celebration this evening as the Tyrannosaurus Rex's skull is brought into the nave of the heart of the mountain and set between the 4 pillars. There's drunken, wild dancing and gleeful laughter ringing throughout the halls. Anywhere you go, you kind of hear this kind of like as they're just riding fucking animated donkeys and goats just around the fucking levels. Just like at any given time, there's an organ sound playing. It's a wonderland for them, and they're making the most of it. They seem blissfully happy to have come to this place.
Hell yeah. At one point, I will sit with Pibble and Groin my co-chiefs or my chiefs under me. Obviously, I'm the boss. And I'll be like, "This is our place. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here."
Gotcha. In this single instance, I'm gonna throw this out there. In this single instance, with this single act, with performing this scenario, without losing anyone, defeating a god, just bringing them to this place. Period. The addition of a Tyrannosaurus Rex's skull, right? It's been a bit of a journey, but now it's firm. There is no skull takers without bones. Renown will no longer be tracked for these skull takers.
Oh,
it
sick.
is maximized until such time as you perform an act that seems like actual betrayal to the skull takers.
Nice job.
You are their leader through and through. They will listen to you and follow you and do what you tell them to the extent that they are still goblins. So kind of like what they, did previously. But, this time with adoration in their eyes,
Sick. 100.
100.
Fucking 100.
Well, I tried to put infinity, but Roll20 doesn't recognize that.
Roll20's like, nah, dog. No.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it actually does an alignment. If it
Ooh,
takes
nice.
text, it does. It doesn't in the
Gotcha.
resource tracker. Oh, maybe it does. Fuck. Well, kind of
All
does.
right. You have now established a stronghold. You want to name your stronghold or anything like that? You don't have to. Also, if you want to, think about it and get back to us, you can.
He has strongholds and followers.
Potentially, actually, yeah.
I do
Like,
have followers,
actually, yeah.
I call. Well... No, I'll think about it.
I was gonna say you can get back to us if you want.
It's
Right?
the
Yeah.
bone zone.
Called
I'll
the
think
Taken Skull.
It's not the bone
bones.
zone.
I don't know. The
Bone
bone
zone.
zone is pretty good. That's pretty good, Jay. That's pretty good. You already have DM inspiration, or else I would consider giving you another one.
Yeah.
It is pretty good, but no, it's not the fucking bone zone, dude. You've entered the bone zone!
I don't know. That's
Prepare
pretty
to
amazing. Oh shit.
What's your actual name? Shade in the Graveyard or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Call it like the Shade of the Undermountain, or
It should,
Sorry,
or
it
it should
over
be like,
on your
like
Tabaxi
the,
heritage.
There's already
like
a
the
shape
exact opposite, like
mountain. It's the
like
bullshit.
right from the forge.
You're taking it back.
Taking it back.
Taking it back.
I'm thinking on it. I had a couple ideas, but I'm
Absolutely.
thinking on it.
Yeah, think on it. All right. The drinking and revelry of this night make the previous one look like child's play.
boy.
And I will go so far as to say no one has the opportunity to do any sort of actual work. You are either dragged kicking and screaming into the celebration, or you're just pestered to the point to where you can't really accomplish much.
I've got my dome up and there's just
Even
goblins
yeah,
all
there's
over the dome.
to the point to where yeah, they're just like, come play with us.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
salt sets up
terrifying.
a fucking barrier, a dome over your dome.
It's you actually get left alone more when you don't have the dome up, because they take it as a challenge when they're like, he's doing it again! Get him!
Get in there!
10 minutes, my ass!
So, It's just it is a rousing success. Which for you guys, I mean, you have plenty of successes, you have plenty of wins, plenty of victories in Undermountain. But a lot of your victories are tinged with something else, right? Not a failure, not a defeat necessarily, but not quite everything going perfect. For once, it actually seems like everything went just about perfect for you guys.
Yeah, everything did go our way.
All right. That is it. The night eventually ends. The morrow comes. And what do you want to do? What's the plan now? It is the 9th, I believe. Or is it the 8th? It is the 8th.
According to the notes, it's the
8th.
Shit.
It is now the 8th.
I will give Pibble the silver earring. I'm gonna make sure y'all are okay with that, right?
That's the one that
purifies
water.
water. Did anyone care about that? No one's saying anything. I give it to Pibble.
Okay. I was like, all right. What's this do?
You know, in case you need it. Purifies water.
Oh, sweet.
You dip it in it. 10 gallons a day. Which is not quite enough for everyone, but, you know, it is what it is.
It's water.
That's what it is.
I also will give him a fist-sized ruby, and I'll tell him, in case you need the darkest rain shadow, this is what you will give him. And I've told him about it and showed him where he sleeps.
Need for what, boss?
Emergency only.
You know, imminent death.
Oh, like really need.
Really need, yes.
Oh. Kind of looks at it glum, like, okay.
I mean, you can go see him. He might come out, but he's gonna ask for tribute. So,
got anything else?
not that he'll like.
Okay.
I don't know what he likes, actually. I don't think he'll take amethyst. He calls it the friendship stone. Yeah, no, emergency only. I mean, but if you find stuff, feel free to go and have a chat with him and offer it to him.
All right, we'll go look for stuff. We're on it, boss.
Make sure they stay on this level.
Wait,
for
what?
now.
Well, they can go up to 5, right? As long as
Yeah, they
don't
can go up
harm-
to up. Sorry, I was thinking about down. Is what I was worried about.
Yeah, as long as they don't harm the forest or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Don't harm the forest.
Do you trust that, though?
They're gonna learn real quick not to.
Okay.
There are the werebat people up there. They might still be up there. I don't remember.
They are. Just tell them you're my guys, and that's not to put the fear into them.
Yeah, we told Mobar that we're setting up shop here. Like, he knows.
I don't know how long his memory is, though.
Fair enough.
Probably as long as your goblins.
My goblins are very smart, Ezra. Thank you. I say that directly in front of Pibble and Groin.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree.
Peppa can summon demons. I don't know if you've heard.
Pibble and Groin look at each other and they go, Peppa can summon demons?
They're lesser.
It really concerns me that you guys didn't know that.
What?
Oh,
They just march off. Damn it, Peppa!
Oh, and I put my box down, my chest, my big chest.
Gotcha.
You know, tell him this is mine.
You turn your back and one of the goblins goes in the chest.
Okay, well he's probably dead then. I don't know how that works.
It does nothing.
Oh well, thank God.
It just does nothing.
Okay.
But you look back and there's a goblin standing in the chest, and you're like, oh. What?
Look, I tell him anything you put in there, my friend on the surface is going to take out. So, don't put anything in there.
At first they're like, ooh, and then you're like, don't put anything in there, and they're like,
I mean, unless it's like super, super important and we want him to take it out. Like,
they're not really interested in giving things away.
Yeah, I didn't figure they would be. Honestly.
Yeah, when you explain that to them, the few that are listening, they're kind of like immediately disinterested. They're like,
good. They don't need to be interested in this. All right then.
Mission accomplished.
What do we want to do today? I impress upon Pibble and Groin before we decide what we're gonna do that, you know, this is, you gotta keep fighting. We gotta fight to make this place ours.
Fighting.
And
what are we fighting, boss?
Patrolling? I don't know yet.
We're patrolling.
Yeah. Yeah.
This place is big.
It's
real
real
big.
Yeah, it's real big. Yeah,
Okay.
a whole society lived here.
All right, we got it. We'll figure it out.
I believe in you. Life finds a way.
We'll do a thing.
All right then. Have fun. Don't hurt the forest. Okay. All right. What do we want to do? I kind of was hoping Ezrah would contact us, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought like maybe Azrak would hit us up to do the big battle.
My assumption was once we got these folk down here, we would trek back up and
he said he'd contact us if something went down.
if something bad went down. Otherwise, we would be there for preparation.
No, that's not what he said. He said when it's happening, I'll let you know. I recall that distinctly.
I would rather go up there and help prepare than go into new territory, and as shit is hitting the fan in new territory.
We don't know how long it's going to take him to prepare. It could be fucking
He said
weeks.
3 days was his
No.
expectation.
Well, he said it was. So, do you want to take a down day here and wait?
I would rather help prepare for war, but if you would like to take a down day here to get them further acclimated,
I don't
I
see a
can
point in going
later.
back up, is what I'm saying, unless he calls us. But if you guys have other opinions, I am, we just did my thing, so I'm more than willing to do y'all's thing.
I guess it really comes down to: are we expected to plan out the assault, or are we just participating in what Azrak plans? I don't remember what he had mentioned.
I think we're just participating.
He didn't mention.
I mean, when it comes down to it, he is the leader of the army, and or the legion, whatever, and has experience in these kind of things. So I figure we would just let him take the lead and, point us, aka the loaded weapon, at something.
Point the gun at somebody. Point the gun at the at the beholder.
Seven's right there. We can be in 7 in like an hour.
I think I'm fine with a down day. We can get there quickly if anything starts to go down, and we just plan to go there the next day, and just go that way.
You want to go up there the next day, no matter if he contacts us or not, or do you want to wait and see if he contacts us tomorrow, and if not, go down to 7?
he made it very clear that war was coming.
I think it would be a good idea
War
to
is
go back
coming.
and just get a better grip on the timeline, because he had mentioned something like 2 or 3 days, didn't he?
He
Yes.
said he expected it to pop off in 2 or 3 days, but then he was like, when it happens, I will talk to the Creepa and contact you.
No, that was worst case scenario. If shit hits
No.
the fan while we're in transit,
Well,
as a fallback.
Okay, well
don't
maybe we
believe
go
that's true.
back and then we initiate the war. We be the spear that punches through Xanathar.
Okay, let's go then. If that's what you think, that's not that's not the what I got from our conversation with him. But if you guys think that, let's go.
Our
I
conversation
guess,
was...
okay, here's my question. How bad is it if we go up and we just have to fast forward time to get through waiting until it happens? Like, is that
I
really
guess-
hurting anything?
My only thing is that if we're going to take down days, I would like to have them here in the heart of the mountain.
Okay, that's fine.
I personally don't expect it to be more than a day, which could be a war planning day up there. But if it seems like it's more than that, I'd be fine with us coming back to fill that void.
How long are we willing to wait? So how long are we willing to wait? Like, if he doesn't contact us tomorrow, are we willing to wait?
Did we meet Ezrah this morning, or was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, I mean, technically, it would have been. It would have been the morning of the 6th. The way he made it sound, it was probably around the 10th is when you were looking at a battle, or what he was expecting.
And we're on the 7th.
You're in the
the
morning
morning
of the
of the
8th.
We're in the morning of the 8th.
Okay, so shit moves pretty fast down here. Also, this is not in character, but the 7th offers new avenues for experience. And if we're gonna fight the Xanathar, we don't know that we are or not, but we might.
Jay, what are your views?
We're like
all I know
700
is
experience,
that
1,000
you know,
experience.
I don't care. I honestly don't give a shit. Whatever. I have no horse in this race.
I think we should go down to the 7th and just poke around. We can always leave. Probably.
Always leave.
Probably.
Rock slide, tumbles, closes the entrance. We're stuck on floor 7.
It sounds like you guys have a potentially tough choice before you. So why don't we take a week to figure out exactly what we would like to do, and then when we come back next week, the party can progress forward, whether that's some time spent here in the heart of the mountain, whether that's heading back to the 3rd level of the dungeon, the Sargoth level, to reunite with the Legion and face off against the Xanathar, or whether it is to head down into the 7th level of the dungeon, or who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's a 4th option. We will see what lies in store for our intrepid band of adventurers next time on the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Bye, everybody.
That guy's
Bye.